this petition out of turn because of the condition of the petitioner. Other matters would follow in the order of the list.
Ndukwe Ekekwe. I hereby caution that if I tell a lie in your testimony before this tribunal, in my testimony before this tribunal, I will willfully dispute this tribunal, willfully mislead this tribunal. I'm liable to be prosecuted. And if found guilty, I will be strongly dealt with according to the law. Ndukwe Ekekwe. Swear by Almighty God that evidence I shall give before this tribunal will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
The petitioner may state his case then, since he has elected to conduct his case himself. Tell the panel, petitioner, tell the panel what has brought you before.
On February 16, I gave my shop 9 days.
Of what year?
2018.
Yes.
4 men come march in front of my shop while they came. While at the same market, and they come direct, come handcuff me. Now I ask them, what did I do? What be my crime?
You were in front of your shop. Where?
At Araba Arabu.
At about what time?
Around 2 o'clock. And they come handcuff one of my hand. Then I stretch the other of my hand. They ask me. Now, as they walk with the other hand, because I don't be jumping some person. Now, other people waiting from the plaza come, ask them. They say, man, don't give them my hand, make them one come. How they know to explain themselves? So I'm supposed to make them explain themselves before I go do my hand, make them handcuff me. I say everybody they shout for them, make them show their ID card, make them show their ID card. They walk on and next person, but they show ID card. Then those people come go there, they come remove their SARS shirts, come here. You just bring that here that begin to spray. Now one of them go motor, rush, bring gun. begin to shoot, na those people run go back, na so they take move me from that place. Now as they waiting be my crime, na they tell me say na order from IG. Now as they waiting be my crime, they tell me say na order, that is IG. Na I send them to come arrest me.
The station is where? The station.
Ikeja. So they call it on the way because that time I don't drive with them, when people come. They don't see I not be trouble, so they put handcuff only. Now one they reach one way that they go to the side, come park one corner. All of them don't come out from this thing, they discuss. I mean that's how they discuss. Then now I bring that my phone to call my mom, to let my mom know, because only my mom feel this, that color to make her explain to them what they happen. So I know that I in my shop, this is the come. And then one of them, that's the inspector. Because since I die number, mine just come rush, this me for, so I get from that time, run me out. They will say, who give me authority to call anybody? Now you draw the phone for ground. Macha. From there, we bring that knife, shoot me for hand. I stand from here. You come to my shop, come to my visit. You stab me from back, stab me from leg. Now the black guy. The black guy is just, they do as if yeah, him gave. I know now before. Now Joe use head of gun. Now I see the answer. Now use head of gun. Wipe, raise my head. If you want to see, I go show you my mark for where they took me from back. Break my. Now him break my head. Now so they carry me, move me inside, get inside their station.
You were stabbed on your hand and where?
On back, and this then they use this thing, hit my head from. You see the mark, see the here. Yes. Now they bring that this thing. Use it hit me for a nail. Now so they come bring out my small phone where they collect them. Collect 58,000 white say from my shop. That very time when they come. Push me inside cell. In the morning, around that time, I not check that 12 o'clock. And they say bring me out. Begin they touch on me. Beat me, say even say na through there my teeth they break. They never even send me, they never even give me food to eat. Even say the way they tear up me, pull my day, I know where nigga. It just be like common criminal. Even say another team, in fact, my where they touch up person, and they call carry me boot. Everybody, even empty man. And all of them come they sound me like say. I don't do it. I see the ask them. Waiting I do now.
What do you mean by sansan?
Slap.
Okay, they give you a slap. So you mean sound in pidgin?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
I don't know
Okay, so sorry. Let me just clarify. Yeah. If I'm right, tell me. Maybe I'll try and say it in English and in pidgin for you. So in English, what you're trying to say is that when they beat you because of how they stripped you naked, people that came to torture other people saw you too and started beating you. So those who no concern with your case follow beat you. Okay, that's fine.
Even among that as the thing they happen, not even one of them bring that person. As in, ask those people who bring me. Whether may they fire me, no, they say no. No be for now, no be now. You know, now so they leave me for sun, no, reach evening time. I saw them leave me there till even all the whole sun that day, inside my body. Within that kind evening time, but I no check time, but the sun don't come down. Now they carry me go where that's that place where they put my clothes. They wear me clothes, wear me trousers. Ask them my palm. They say the palm don't lost.
Sorry, by this time they've not told you your crime.
I see
Even until the time
I
you are
see,
put in the
I see
cell.
they ask them what
They
my
didn't tell you
crime,
what
they
you have
not
done.
tell me. Even up till date, I never know my crime.
Sorry, then all the time you were beating you, were they saying anything? The police?
They only they tell me say intelligent report from me.
Intelligence
About what?
They not tell me. Intelligent report, intelligent up to today. Even they call the guy on phone. Now, if it's not that I flash my phone, I get some of these things. But the one what I get now, where is if I dey ask am, make them give me my market, make them give me my market. He go tell me say, I tell am say, shebi as una take he go tell me say no dey Lagos, dey Abuja. As they carry me where they wear me cloth, now they put handcuff me from back. They handcuff, put leg chain for my leg.
Yes.
So they roll me. Now so they roll me, reach my.
Sorry, they do it.
That's them. They move me. That's they move the.
That's that they moved me to my cell.
No, they move me to my shop side.
Okay, they move him to his shop. They take him back to his shop.
That's the. No, the following day, now they leave me for. That's on 17. So when they reach this one place, so now they come stop their car, wait until time they come dark. When they did, they now me come carry me go my shop. As they reach my shop, see as within that kind, around that kind 8, men full for all the job like said, men just there for step, they near my shop. Now they go direct to this thing, carry hammer, they break my shop, up my 3 shops. That's a line up. That's why they break am. Immediately when they break am, now they dey my front. They settle this thing. They sell my market for my front. So me I begin dey shout, waiting I do them. They break my shop. Now those people they pack, they go down.
What do you sell?
I sell accessories.
What kind of accessories?
That is phone accessories. So they break my. Now they shout, say, waiting I do them, I not tell me. Now I see carry me, come break my warehouse. Now the person will carry away being answer. Now as I dey shout, where I dey attract people. Now in their commander say, 12 in guy, make them keep me busy. He speak language for them. Now those people force me up from that building. So that make I know they disturb them. Where those people when they sell my goods, now those people force me up. For the process, and they push me where I fall from that building.
They were there selling
They are there selling me, sir.
selling it to
They
people.
pack them, they sell. As I dey shout, wetin I do now? Within that time, now he say make them boy keep me busy.
You testify that you were thrown from what position to what position. You said they threw you over. How?
Now they push me from there. Wherever they tell you, say, wetin I do now? Now from there, they process. Now they knock me something for back. From there, one of them push me from back. Now I fall from that place.
From which place precisely? How the place they have?
2-story building.
Yes.
The place where no need map because as they throw me there, I don't get myself again. I don't even know how to take you from that place. Now my mind go feel explain because like on the place where they go talk me. Now my man can't dress, no high take dress. No thing man can say my man tell me this, my man tell me this. Now maybe it go better say my man explain how they can't get me for where they dump me.
We will hear her.
You hear
We
her.
will hear
Finish
her.
your.
Finish your own
I
evidence.
get my own wey be say something wey I no reach until I see after dem do me operation now I come get my my mom begin dey tell me wetin happen. Begin dey tell me if I see those people wey do me this thing whether I go na be but if no other thing how dem take comot me from that place I no know as I come down from there.
Please, imperative you tell us where you were dumped. Where were you dumped? You said dumped. You were taken somewhere. Where? Was it hospital or back to the office?
Now for according to my mom is now from hospital dem go dump me.
In the course of your evidence, do you know the inspector's name?
That's Hamza.
Hamza?
Hamza Aruna.
You mentioned him.
Hamza Aruna is the IQ.
Do you have any documents to prove your case?
My doctor, person who operated my spinal cord, say the name is if they need anything, maybe they don't come and
My Lord, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Ekekwe, I want to make you try remember before on the 16th incident when they come meet you for sure. Could you remember if you had any issue with someone before then, or maybe earlier that day? You get any fight with anybody?
fact, who I get with person I know it's really fight the guy, but customer we won't come buy market from me. The Hausa guy come fight am, come dey fight am. Na me say boom am, na him not to make because he bring up knife, make you no want the guy now boom am, push the boy. End of the day, one of my customer say he must to treat the boy, he must to treat the fuck up, he call police from the boy, when they carry the boy go, according to them, bakery, because I no go there, no. They say must to treat the for him to come the fight. So now be there at Allah. So whether maybe people wey dey around, they reason say, I put hand from, I hold the boy, push am back, make you know, whether they use am against me, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Which day that one happened? If you remember the date.
No.
Maybe a week to that time, 2 days to that time.
Maybe somewhere in Malta.
A month.
Go ahead.
Mr. Ekekwe, when you were taken to the police station or the office, Did they obtain your statement? Was your statement obtained by the policeman?
That kind of thing, I know because now that those two can listen now. So if that kind of thing happen, me, I don't know anything.
They never asked you why you were arrested.
Eh?
They didn't tell you
They
what.
don't tell me, even not today. I see they call, I guess the guy record. Why I call her, if I call her, I will tell her, say, make them give me, say, since it don't be like this, all my money, even say some something, why I tell you this surgery. I don't get money to go to fight government. Because any person who I explain concerning the matter, SARS. Even my mom wrote me to say SARS. The person will say no one.
When they came to your shop, they didn't come with any complainant.
Ah, they bring their motor now with.
No, not their vehicle. Somebody who must have complained against you.
Eh?
They didn't come with anybody who I would rather call the complainant in the case.
No.
They just came and picked you from there.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Ekekwe, please, I want to find out the time that you said they threw you down from two-story building. About what time was it?
That's supposed to be around, I don't deal with them.
But it was it dark?
Yes.
So it was late in the evening?
Yeah, that kind of 8.
Yeah, this kind of thing, has it ever happened to you that police will come, arrest you? Has it
I
happened to you?
never, even if you call or job or the police wait around me, they don't know me. I know they do anything, they know, even such a thing surprised me.
Okay, then that's your shop. Now only you they sell for that place. I mean, your brother or somebody.
My boys, now they hate me now.
No get partner.
Partner, I don't understand.
Somebody where they do business together.
No.
Okay, now only you they do the business.
Mr. Ekekwe, when they scattered your shop and sold the things, like how much will you say was the worth of the things in the shop?
If I count, reach up to 15 million.
That's the ones they sold off or the total value.
Total value.
So I'm talking about the ones that you said they sold off, that they took away. How much owned? So is it like, what percentage of that? Please tell us. Waiting you lose. Okay, thank you.
What do you want the panel to do for you?
When they do so, I beg them compensate me.
Who owns the building where the shop is?
Yes, Glory Plaza.
It's a plaza,
Yeah.
and it's a two-story building.
Yeah.
So it's not a residential area. It's not where people are staying and sleeping. It's a plaza.
Plaza.
How long have you been there?
More than 15 years.
15 years. Now you have 3 shops. There's no way you can stay in the 3 shops at the same time. You have 3 shops where you are selling things.
Yeah.
So you can't be in one shop and be selling, and be in the other shop and be selling, and be in the third shop and be selling. So you can't be the only person who's your only partner. Because that's the question that my fellow panelists, listen to me. That is the question that my fellow panelists asked you. Do you have people who are working with you, who are joining you in the business of selling goods up to about 80 million? So you have boys who are working with you.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, please, I'd like to ask you, please bear with me, because you must convince us that the story is correct, so that we can make it believable. And the other question I would like to ask you, in respect of the story that you have narrated, you have stayed in that place for 15 years,
Yeah.
and police brought you in the night, demolished your shop in the night, and started auctioning your goods at night in the plaza where you have stayed 15 years, and you had neighbors. So it was your neighbors or street people who were buying the goods? you said police brought you from their station and started using hammer to break your shop and started bringing out your things, and they were auctioning them and selling them at night. So the question I'm asking you is this. In a plaza of a 2-story building, where you are on the ground floor, before they now took you to the second floor, having broken your shop, who were they selling your things to? Is it your fellow traders in the plaza or men on the street?
I don't know. I don't know. See those people. That, as I dey shout, they know them. That's why it's then they keep me busy. So they don't let me know, observe those people.
In the plaza, do you have market union?
That is, that's what's now.
Association.
Okay, task force.
That very hour, we get task force.
Okay, so throughout the period that they took you from the shop on the 16th till the 17th, in the afternoon, in the midst of people, nobody came to look for you, nobody came to inquire?
Nobody.
Okay. Thank you, my lord.
Can I just ask one question? The business hours at your Alaba Rago market starts from when and ends when?
That time 5 with our own plaza. The full day up to 10 o'clock.
So you start business from when to when?
So we are the come in the morning. Sometimes I go around that time 7 o'clock.
You see, I have not fully answered the question. Yes, and it ends when? The business ends at your plaza at about what time?
Sometimes,
It's too close to your mouth.
okay. It depends when sometimes, if I close in time, if I want to do ready, if you before I go celebrate to do ready, if you leave that time 7. The normal distance sometimes 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, don't go.
Yes, who has the next question?
Yeah, Mr. Ekekwe, you mentioned that when the policemen came for you on the 16th, your neighbors, other people that were selling markets, they came around and were asking them why they were there. For the shots gone and all of them scattered and tear gas. Now, the second day when they brought you back to be selling your goods, your other neighbors, did they come around again?
Since the people don't observe, say, in one nation, you know, say that they powerful. Because as they don't hear SARS, if you say the plaza self, maybe within 1 week self, nobody will be giving. They close the time because of that incident.
Yeah, but you said people came around to be buying the goods from the SARS men. So if they are selling it and your neighbors that came around initially to help you on the first day, so where are they? Did you know if any of them, if they were still around when your goods were being auctioned?
I don't know those people. I don't know those people where they did. Maybe they already planned it. I don't know them from one. They don't really see their face. So I don't know those people. They can know talk something back.
I'm talking about your neighbors. You are not the only one selling in the plaza.
No, but I'm the only one selling those accessories from that very plaza.
I know. But you have some of your friends, your fellow marketsmen that came that day when you on the 16th, before they scatter when they heard gunshots. now that they've brought you back on the second day, well, of course, they still have their shops there, and you said that sometimes you close by 10.
No.
So some of them must still be around. Seven.
Maybe I won't
Okay, by the time they brought you back, are they still around? Are still some of your the shops still open?
not be open.
They locked. Your shop, the other people's shop.
All those people shop, no, they don't go.
All of them don't go.
Yeah.
So that's when they now open your shop and started selling.
Yeah, they break and
They broke it.
Yeah.
So those people that are now coming to buy at that time, is it that when they know that the place by that time must have been closed? And where do they come from? Can you identify any of them? Because we are trying to see if you have witnesses around that witness this incident.
I know if you see, this is even as I come here, I know if you use the young person being misunderstanding. I come get problem, I come the person. Only I don't see anybody, any of them. They don't just stand by. You know, based on the rule and everything. With eye turning, I know it says all this one when they song to that. I don't know one person, I know recognize those people. Nothing but the truth. Maybe the other person gave misunderstanding for maybe I can't say so person. I will down among this one. I know we like practice. I know recognize the other person.
Okay, let me quickly ask this question. Were you shown any search warrant? Were you shown any document?
No.
Did you sign any document?
No. There's no showing beside showing something like that.
Mr. Ekekwe, how did you come about this wheelchair? Were you on a wheelchair? Have you always been on a wheelchair? That thing where you just sit down on top is a wheelchair. How did you come about being on a wheelchair?
No, after this thing, they take me to loot. No, that's a baby. They reject me. You need to go toilet and I tell you, as I did now, I pampers I wear. They don't wait. That thing they manage myself, me and my wife. Even this one, what I did for here, they show. If you observe me, you go do say, and they tell my master, I never do going this thing. I told her, say, I never come this up. Because at the day house, inside house, all alone, yeah, the only man was go do business. The business why the brother Sean had to go buy from importers. Sean had to go to Goroba, where to have to sell them. Now, that's my friend, I use the feed me up to now. And inside house now, and we are the day.
Do you have a copy of your medical report?
Medical report. My doctor said if to know, anytime when he said this thing look me to God, say make my father from phone, say get something to do, or write something to give any court, any the person because the reason why I delay maybe I sit on this wheelchair, they tell them say, oh, they according to the man, they come vote, say I be waiting with that thing, I mean. He look me coming notorious. So maybe now notorious criminal, maybe now waiting you go tell them the doctor why they delay me from that operation. They did that month more than a month. Before my Lord meet the consultant, being Mr. John, come back now. When you hear say we know they collect blood. Now you can say, Jehovah Witness again. Because of that blood, we will collect. Now because the way they never me, make everybody know where come from the hospital. Maybe they look me as criminal, bad person. This one a bad person, maybe he died from there, you know. But when Dr. Joe of that side, the Jehovah Witness, upon the condition where I don't do, I'm not doing collect blood. When you say what? A Jehovah Witness, now what made that man operate? If no be so, now from that hospital, now for that. You see to it, and after the operation, when they delay, now they intercolor that strike. We are so far. So you go to my life to the drug life.
I think it is appropriate to invite him to correlate your statement and let him come with a copy of your report, medical report. So that you have an expert opinion on it, on your illness. You know, it's likely you'll be compensated if it is true. So we need to weigh your illness. I'm saying that the doctor should come and give evidence in your favor and come with medical reports.
Because he said he said make we call him. He give us the number, so make we call him. See if they need, make we call him, make him talk.
Which, you say operation, which operation did you do?
Surgery.
I know, which type? Spinal cord.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is broken is your spinal cord.
Yeah.
Is there anything wrong with your legs? No.
Nothing.
Okay.
I don't come here to reason why. After the operation, I don't feel peace, I don't feel go to life. I don't know the reason why after the operation. As I go down, my person dey open and back. You back to that time, the place not stop food. I clean it, I clean myself because something like that will be happening later. So if I use towel, I clean myself. That's how I manage my life. To that way.
Yes.
This thing now, what is if I need one, I go buy one drink. This time around, we say, you deserve to buy something, sir.
Police College Hospital Ikeja request for radiological examination of Ndukwe, Ekekwe is hereby admitted and marked Exhibit A. Photocopy loose patient's card of Ekekwe Ndukwe. Number 702133. Appointment card is admitted and marked Exhibit B. Luth Initiatives Limited hospital bill for 50,000 naira is admitted and marked Exhibit C. With surgery list attached and marked Exhibit C1. List of phone numbers of police officers Cletus Okonwa and Sergeant Are A is admitted and marked Exhibit C2. Picture of the petitioner with a bandage on his head lying down is marked and is admitted and marked Exhibit D. Police College Hospital films X-ray films of Ndukwe E made on 19th day of February 2018 is hereby admitted and marked Exhibit E. Further hearing in this petition must be adjourned. Registrar. Mr. Ekekwe, we must adjourn this case today. It is not the only one we have for the day. So the case is adjourned to 13th November 2020. We will hear your mother in the course of the proceedings.